Hello and welcome. My name is Sharon and this is Trio.of.Witches Tarot. For this video, I am going to be doing another unfair deck comparison. So what is an unfair deck comparison? Because I have been remiss in describing it in most of the videos. And excuse my scratch. It is when I take two decks. I got this idea from Mixtress Rae out here on TarotTube. It's when I take two decks that in some way are similar and put them side to side and see where they are similar and where they are different. So today I'm going to be doing the Wayhome Tarot and the Spacious Tarot. I've chose these two because they include very minimal humans to no humans or very minimal animals. They're mostly landscapes, exteriors of some sort, scenes that you can put yourself into. So we have the Wayhome Tarot, which comes with a separate book. It's called WTF is Tarot and How Do I Do It? And it is very comprehensive. It's a great guidebook. I bought mine used, so it's highlighted and stuff. I don't care at all. I like using secondhand things if I can. And then we have the Spacious Tarot. It has its own little white book. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Another thing to note about the Spacious Tarot is it is by two creators here in Utah. I live in Utah, just south of Salt Lake City, and the creators are from Salt Lake City. Okay, so Wayhome Tarot comes in a two-piece box, and it's it's decent cardstock. It's nothing super special or anything, but it's nice, and it's free, and it's like satin finish. It's not glossy. And then the Spacious Tarot comes in this nice box with a ribbon. Turn it over. It's a lot thicker. It's a little bit shorter, so the Wayhome is standard tarot size, and so the Spacious Tarot is a little smaller. And it has its own little white book, which is really nice. It has a really nice exercise for getting to know your deck that I use now when I go to get to know a deck. So there's that. And the Spacious Tarot, they are coming out with an expansion pack, which I believe, oh geez, can I remember? Planets, zodiacs, I can't even remember. It had to hold up because of a production issue, I believe. So those are the backs. I like them both. Let's turn them over. So we start off with the perspective of you being the fool in both of them. I like both of these so much. I love the rainbow there. And the Magician. He's got the sword and his wand, a pentacle and a cup. Same here. The lemniscate, this one has hands, this one doesn't. So super similar there. This is really pretty. I love the colors in the Spacious Tarot. The High Priestess. We've got a kind of a face here. Looks like eyes and then a third eye maybe there. Here we have the moon reflected in the water in the shell. The Empress. So we've done something interesting in the Wayhome Tarot where the tree, the Emperor and the Empress are... Empress is a heart with a tree growing out of it. Here it's a eagle. The Emperor. Oh, what happened to the Emperor? There he is. It was out of order. Sorry. Interesting that they're both kind of yellowish. And then the Emperor, so we had the heart with the tree growing out of it, and then we have a brain with a tree growing out of it. And some people have talked about this being a puppy and something about puppies being about remembrance, which I didn't know. But I don't have any problem with this. What have I done? Hierophant. Not sure I understand the mushrooms. Let's look real quick. Yeah. I don't know it says anything in particular about mushrooms. Okay, I don't know what that's about. The Lovers. I like how they both have the same shades. You know, the yellow and the pink, and they feel really similar. It's interesting how it looks almost like DNA or strings of energy. The Chariot. The amount of will and strength, the drive it takes for a salmon to go through that. When we were in Alaska, we went and watched them. It was they just try over and over and over again until they make it up, or they don't. And I really love this. This reminds me of walking in the Narrows, down in the Narrows in Zion that I've done many times. Zion National Park. I wish I could pronounce the original name of that place, but it's beyond my ability to pronounce correctly. Okay, so switch these so that they are the same. Okay, so Justice and Strength are in the opposite order of this. They both really give me a deserty vibe. The Hermit. I love both of these so much. Just to be out in the woods, and isolated and alone, peaceful at night. The Wheel of Fortune. Interesting that they chose like a Ferris wheel for that. Justice. Black and the white there. Hanged One. Planet Earth. The Hanged Man. Chrysalis, that's cool. I love that they're both so dark. Death. Temperance. Get the fire and the ice. This one is a peacock. It's there's so much going on in this. Like every time I look at it, sometimes I see faces in it and I can't even see the peacock. But it's definitely, first and foremost, a peacock. It almost looks like a third eye. It's a very interesting card. The Devil. I find both of these super interesting. This is the Devil. There's the Devil when this is representing being lonely, alone, lost. And then this one, you've got the circus horses, and they don't look too particularly happy. So there's the Devil, the humans who train them to entertain them. The Tower. These feel really similar to me. I mean, obviously they're very different. This is a forest fire and there's a cabin burning down, but just the quality of the lightning and the light in both of them. The Star. Again, these feel super similar to me. I love them both so much. They're so beautiful. Reminds me of camping. The Moon. It's the wolf and the dog, like that. Those are both beautiful. Again, very similar quality to them. And the Sun. This definitely feels, this feels like being down in southern Utah. I don't think it's set in Utah at all. I don't know where these craters are from, but it definitely reminds me of southern Utah a lot. It just feels hot and dry. Judgment. I love this Judgment card. The World, or the Universe. This is one of the cards that, I mean, I love this deck, but the Universe card is one of the cards that definitely sold me on it. I love how we have the, almost like an aurora, but it's got all the colors, and this feels that same quality of all of the colors. And they're very different, yet so much alike. Ace of Wands. Two of Wands. Three. This almost feels like a Four of Wands to me in the Wayhome. Four of Wands. I think I like both of these so much too because there's so many things about them that remind me of camping, and I love going camping and being out in the dark skies at night. Five of Wands. Those are very different. Six of Wands. This one definitely, the Spacious, definitely has that feeling of victory and celebration. This one almost feels like a Nine of Cups to me. Seven of Wands. Huh. They're very similar, aren't they? Eight of Wands. Again, they feel so similar. Colors. It's interesting how all of these wands are coming together. either they're creating that lightning or they're absorbing it. But it feels so focused. And this, you know, it's more of your traditional, the energy always feels kind of scattered to me. 9 of Wands. Those are very different. 10 of Wands. It's interesting. Neither of these really speak to me of burden so much. I do with the black here, I kind of get that same feeling of burned branches or something charred. So it's interesting that they both have that about them. So then the court cards are different in both of these decks, and they're different from each other. So we have the daughter and the child instead of the page. And then we have the salamander here in the wands. And that looks like, I can't tell what that is out in the distance. Are those horses? Are they nothing? I like the fireworks. All of the court cards in this are silhouettes. And then we have the explorer or the sun. And the guardian or the mother. So the energy is so similar. And father or the elder. Okay, so now we're on to cups. Ace of Cups is one of my favorite, and this one I don't love. The geometry in it, I don't know it. Maybe because I don't have an innate understanding of that shape, but this feels like, you know, the overflowing cup. This one, I don't know what to make of it. 2 of Cups. I love both of these. I love jellyfish, are so freaking cool. And this is so beautiful. I just want to be there, both of those places. 3 of Cups. It's interesting how those cups almost, you know, it's an oyster shell, and then those cups are very pearlescent. 4 of Cups. It's interesting how it's the 4 cups grouped together. There are different cups in each one of them. And they're out in some unreachable or difficult to reach place. Not the same as we're used to with the RWS at all. 5 of Cups. Representing that idea very differently. These are just turned upside down. It almost feels more Marseille-like. 6 of Cups. I love both of these. I love that pink sky and the beach. 7 of Cups. Those feel very similar, with everything kind of spilling and wonky. 8 of Cups. You know, this one makes sense to me. This one, I don't know. I'd have to really think about that. This one makes me sad, though. 9 of Cups. They're very different, but I love them both. This feels, you know, like a tropical beach somewhere, and this feels more like a Northern California beach. And the Ten of Cups. And then both of these, you have the rainbow. It's interesting how the cups in this were all glass, transparent glass, clear glass, and then these were all more solid, more ceramic feeling. The child or the daughter. Try to, oh, I guess it looks bubbly. That one's hard for me to understand how that's cups. The explorer or the sun. That blue, the quality of that water. That almost looks like, you know, a canyon they're going through there. Reminds me of the Chariot card in the Spacious. The mother and the quality of those colors again. So similar. Feeling that vibration of that color. And the elder or the father. And then again, like it feels so much, these feel so much more like pentacles than they do cups. That's weird to me. Okay, so now we have swords, and these two feel incredibly similar. They both have the angles and the geometry and the colors. Two of Swords. Three of Swords. It's got a little bit of blood there on them. This, what is that? So it looks like blood. It's like an hourglass or something. Broken through, like it was an hourglass full of blood. Four of Swords. Those are very different, aren't they? This feels like resting. This reminds me of being a mom when you have small kids and you're just thankful when they go down for a nap. And you just sit there and watch them because they're so peaceful. Five of Swords. Straighten these out a little. Okay. The gray, that quality of the gray in both of those. Six of Swords. It's interesting to me. Yeah, I don't get that RWS feel from either of these. And this one is like super interesting. The swords are turning into flowers. Seven of Swords. Very similar. Eight of Swords. Huh, it's interesting. Quality of the gray and everything. Nine of Swords. Speaks to industrialization. And poor little mouse. Ten of Swords. Yeah, definitely speaks to what we as humans have done. But again, the colors. Color speaks to me so much. A color story means so much. It speaks to me so much. Child or daughter. Cold. They both feel cold and wintry, don't they? Explorer or sun. guardian or mother. Both speak to that the season of the swords is winter, don't they? And the elder or father. Not sure I get what the windmills are about. Okay, so we're on to our last suit. And it's interesting because this one's a seed and this one is a seedling. But the quality of the green, wow. The color story of both of these feels just like so similar. Two of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. Ants. Ants. So many ants this year. They keep coming in the house. Four of Pentacles. This looks like a bristlecone pine. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, they both tell that story in a very different way, but with the same color story still. Six of Pentacles. And seven. And eight. And they both have bees. And both have hexagons too. Huh, interesting. 9 Pentacles. And 10. Wow. So, yeah, these are so different and yet so similar. That the wood grain going up like that and the darkness. And this is another card that really sold me on this deck, but very striking how these cards are so different yet so similar. The child or the daughter. Explorer or son. And guardian or mother. An elder or father. So wow, after looking at these side by side, I mean, I thought that they were similar-ish and that they, really didn't depict many animals or people, but what was most striking for me was that their color story and a lot of the imagery is so strikingly similar. So I hope you enjoyed that unfair deck comparison. I'd love to hear your comments about either of these decks or both of these decks, what you like or don't like, or any of your thoughts on this. So thanks again for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye.